Well, the first time I got my hands on a personal computer, it was a kind of electrifying experience. It was so intimate. It was your ideas going into simple code and coming back out on the screen. In 1984, with the introduction of the Macintosh, the machine learned to speak in pictures, so it became two-dimensional, but we never quite got past that. It felt to me like we ought to be taking that next big step. At the MIT Media Lab in the early and mid-90s, I began building systems under the name the Luminous Room. And the idea was to take the computer out of the computer. Just as I was finishing up all that new user interface work at MIT, the movie Minority Report came calling, and it desperately needed a solution to the question of what would computers look like in 50 years. Spielberg loved the idea that these characters could stand in the middle of a huge panorama of visual information and conduct it with their hands. People got very excited about those scenes of spatial computation in the film, but they're only seeing a tiny piece of it. Yes, it's gestural, and that's important because that's the space piece. You can point to the screen and make something happen. But there's a bigger message. The bigger message is that all of the screens in that room are connected. The team has come together to have a meeting, to sift through information and make a time-critical decision. And that's exactly what Mezzanine provides for our customers today. Mezzanine is a new way of thinking about computers and a new way of using computers. And it's a kind of democratic pixel workspace that's shared among all the participants in the room and all of the devices in the room. It's now multiple people collaborating, working with a lot of screens, and giving themselves the space they need to solve problems. At the end of the day, Mezzanine changes the way people are working, and that's transformative for business, for creative processes, for everything that people do. At Oblong, we feel like our ideas, our technology has a really interesting history because it was born in academia, then it was pulled into Hollywood, and then the third step is a commercial reality, a company that's delivering products and value to the world.